Have you ever wondered why Aquarius is considered one of the most misunderstood zodiac signs, or even disliked by some people? You might think you know them, but the truth is far more surprising. From their emotional detachment to their unpredictable nature, Aquarians have traits that divide opinions and can leave people both in awe and in frustration. And there's one secret reason, number 2 on this list, that most Aquarians would prefer to keep hidden. If you watch closely, it might completely change the way you see them. Before we dive in, take a moment, comment your zodiac sign and birth date. I'll be reading all of your thoughts. Let's get started. Reason 15. Aquarius is often exceptionally successful. Aquarians are known for their brilliance. They are the visionaries who notice societal trends, think outside the box, and turn seemingly impossible ideas into groundbreaking projects. Their minds are quick, their insights often ahead of their time, and their ability to align with the collective needs makes them natural innovators. But here's the catch. This success can sometimes make others feel small. People who are struggling in their own lives may perceive Aquarians as arrogant or smug. And while they aren't trying to belittle anyone, their consistent achievements can spark envy and resentment. Imagine being in a room where someone always seems 2 steps ahead. Their ideas flourish while yours feel stagnant. Even if Aquarius isn't trying to compete with you, their aura of constant accomplishment can create subtle tension. And that's why number 15 on our list starts with success, because it's both their superpower and the first reason why some people find them hard to love. Reason 14. They overcome breakups quickly. Aquarians have a unique ability to detach emotionally. When faced with heartbreak, they often recover with surprising ease. While others might dwell on sadness for weeks or months, Aquarians seem almost unfazed. This ability can be a blessing for them, but it's easy for others to misinterpret. Partners and friends might see their composure as coldness, even indifference. People who struggle to move on may feel hurt or frustrated, thinking that Aquarius doesn't care. The truth is, it's not about a lack of emotion. They feel deeply, but they process internally. This emotional resilience is impressive, yet it often makes them targets of resentment, particularly from those who can't seem to heal as efficiently. Reason 13. Aquarius is eccentric and unconventional. One of the most captivating traits of an Aquarius is their originality. They don't follow trends, they set them. They question societal norms and often take paths no one else dares to walk. This independence can be thrilling to some, but alienating to others. People who value routine or conformity may find Aquarians unpredictable, even strange. Their free-spirited nature can create distance in relationships because they're not interested in living life according to others' expectations. Eccentricity is a double-edged sword. It makes them stand out, but it can also make them feel misunderstood and isolated. This is a major reason why some people don't fully appreciate their uniqueness. Reason 12. Calm on the outside, rebellious inside. Aquarians often seem serene, even easygoing. But beneath that calm exterior is a quiet rebellion. They may not always voice it loudly, but when their principles are challenged, they will stand their ground, sometimes in ways that are subtle, yet disruptive. This combination of peace and rebellion can be confusing. People may not expect someone so composed to act against the norm or challenge authority. Their unpredictability can be unsettling, particularly for those who crave stability and routine. Aquarians' subtle defiance often goes unnoticed at first, but it can gradually frustrate others, contributing to the tension that sometimes surrounds them. Reason 11. Brutal honesty. If there's one thing you should know about Aquarius, it's this. They value truth above all else. They will tell you what they think, no matter how uncomfortable it is. While honesty is refreshing to some, it can be painfully blunt to others. Aquarians often forget to filter their words for the sake of someone's feelings. People who are sensitive to criticism may perceive this honesty as cruelty or tactlessness. Their directness, combined with intellectual detachment, can make them difficult to approach emotionally. Despite good intentions, their transparency can generate conflict, misunderstanding, and even resentment. Their honesty, while admirable, is undeniably one of the reasons why they are often misunderstood or disliked. Reason 10. Calm but reacts when their freedom is threatened. Aquarians are usually calm and composed. They handle pressure with ease, often seeming unbothered by stress or external challenges. but take away their freedom, or even try to confine them with rules, and you'll see a side of Aquarius few are prepared for. Their need for independence is core to their personality. When restricted, they become restless, uneasy, and sometimes surprisingly reactive. Friends or partners who attempt to control them may quickly realize that Aquarius will not tolerate confinement. This reaction is not about anger. It's about preserving their sense of self. To an outsider, it might look like unpredictability or stubbornness, but it's simply their way of maintaining autonomy. This strong attachment to freedom often makes Aquarius seem difficult to manage or understand. Reason 9. Hard to open up emotionally. One of the most frustrating things for those trying to get close to an Aquarius is their emotional reserve. They don't wear their heart on their sleeve. In fact, getting them to share their feelings often requires patience, understanding, and persistence. When they do open up, it's in measured doses. Their guarded nature is not indifference. It's a protective mechanism. Only once they are convinced of someone's sincerity will they allow warmth and affection to flow. For people who crave immediate emotional connection, this can be challenging, but the reward is worth it. A deeply loyal and thoughtful partner who values authenticity above all else. This slow reveal, however, is part of why some people might initially find Aquarius cold or unapproachable. Reason 8. Forgiveness comes with conditions. Aquarians are not known for holding grudges, but their forgiveness is thoughtful and selective. They won't forgive indiscriminately. For them, it must be earned through genuine effort and sincere remorse. This approach reflects their strong sense of justice and fairness. While it can appear cold to outsiders, it actually demonstrates a high level of emotional intelligence. People who expect immediate forgiveness may find this frustrating, but it ensures that Aquarius maintains boundaries and integrity in their relationships. Their conditional forgiveness reinforces their reputation as emotionally complex and sometimes difficult to read. Reason 7. Coldness when hurt. In their most negative aspects, Aquarius can appear as cold as an ice wall. Unlike other signs that might react with anger, drama, or verbal confrontation, Aquarius often responds to hurt or betrayal with silence and detachment. This doesn't mean they are cruel by nature. They are simply retreating into emotional self-preservation. To those seeking warmth or an immediate response, this behavior can feel like abandonment. Their ability to shut down emotionally when triggered contributes significantly to the perception that they are hard to love or relate to. People may misinterpret this coldness as a lack of empathy, even though it's a defense mechanism rather than malice. Reason 6. Handles breakups with clarity. When Aquarius decides to end a romantic relationship, they do so with clarity, logic, and consistency. Unlike other signs who may dramatize breakups, Aquarius moves on without lingering bitterness or resentment. This approach can seem detached or even cold to ex-partners who expect emotional confrontation. But for Aquarius, preserving personal freedom and autonomy takes precedence over emotional theatrics. Their composure during breakups, while admirable, can make them appear unfeeling to those who process emotions outwardly. This is another reason why Aquarius is sometimes misunderstood. People assume that emotional restraint equals lack of care. Reason 5. Difficulty focusing on one thing. Aquarius is highly creative and curious, which means they often juggle multiple interests and projects simultaneously. While this makes them innovative and dynamic, it can also make them seem scattered or unreliable. People around them may feel frustrated when projects are left unfinished or attention shifts too quickly. This restless energy is part of their need for novelty and intellectual stimulation, but it can create tension in relationships or collaborations that require consistency. Their scattered energy contributes to the perception that they are unpredictable or hard to depend on, adding another layer to their misunderstood reputation. Reason 4. Speaks directly, without hesitation. Aquarians are notorious for speaking their minds. When they have something to say, they do so honestly and without sugarcoating. While this bluntness comes from sincerity, it can sometimes alienate others. People who are sensitive to criticism may feel offended or hurt. Aquarius' priority is truth, even if it disrupts social comfort. Their direct approach often leads to conflict, misunderstanding, or even resentment, but it also makes them authentic and trustworthy. Reason 3. Cold at first, sweet when trust is earned. At the start of any relationship, Aquarius may appear emotionally distant. They take time to assess sincerity before opening up, which can be frustrating for someone seeking immediate warmth. However, once they feel that trust has been established, they reveal a deeply affectionate, caring, and loyal side. This unpredictability and emotional availability can confuse people initially, but it is part of their unique way of forming meaningful connections. Reason 2. Patience is key to winning an Aquarius heart. Winning over an Aquarius is not easy. They are not swayed by grand gestures or fleeting intensity. Instead, they need time to assess someone's intentions and respect for their independence. Those who are patient, understanding, and intellectually stimulating may eventually earn their trust and affection. Once committed, Aquarius becomes a deeply devoted and caring partner. This slow, steady approach is one of the most misunderstood traits of Aquarius, making them seem elusive or even cold to those who don't understand their need for space and time. Reason 1. Unpredictable and mysterious. Above all, Aquarius is unpredictable. You never quite know what's going on in their mind. One moment, they might be full of energy and ideas. The next, they retreat into solitude, leaving others unsure of where they stand. This unpredictability can be exciting for some, but frustrating and confusing for others. Their need for freedom, combined with their tendency to change direction without warning, makes them one of the most enigmatic and misunderstood signs of the zodiac. Aquarius may seem cold, distant, or difficult to understand, but these traits are all part of what makes them truly captivating. Their independence, originality, and depth are rare qualities that few signs possess. So next time you encounter an Aquarius, remember, their complexity is not a flaw, it's a gift. With patience, understanding, and respect for their space, you might just discover a loyal, brilliant, and truly unforgettable soul.